Hi guys and welcome back. Right, so today we're going to work on the 40 Ford. I need to get progressing with this because it is for a build off, and to be honest with you, this thing has been kicking my backside. There's so much work to do on it, but today we're going to work on the interior some more. We're going to make sure it's fitting correctly, and all lines up with the tops of the doors and the front. What I do have to do is find some glass for it. I think I'm just going to use some acetate for the screens on this, but I really want to get the dashboard sorted for it. And then do something with the door cards and get all of this all sort of finalised. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to, this dashboard's glued in place here. However, what I think I'm going to do, when I can find a pencil, is I'm going to cut this away along here to give a stop for the up against the glass, and then this can stay fixed in place and I can build up from the back of it. So there's, if you notice, there's a big gap there, and then I can get the I can get all of this blanked off so there's no light coming in. And what then I'm then going to do is I'm going to start building a full center console, and scratch build the dashboard that is a separate piece that will fit in, which is all going to be painted body colour and moulded and hopefully kind of cool. We're still using these seats, so what we are going to do is these have got some pins on the bottom. I will what I will do is I'm going to have to nip to the hobby shop and get some plastic tubing that fits inside nicely, so then it's got a fixed point to the floor. And then somehow this is the steering column and steering wheel that we're going to use. Both of these pieces I got from Steve at Freddie Beach Customs, Steve Knox. So they're going to be used. It is going to be right hand drive as per it should be, because I'm a Brit, and yeah, we'll see where we get. All right guys, so apologies for the mess on the bench. I've had a little trip down to the hobby shop and picked up a few supplies. So if you look inside of the body there, I've cut away the front of the dashboard, and then I've added a little bit of plastic to the top of it just to close the gap that was there for the where the glass goes. I'm going to use like acetate or something for the glass, but I just wanted to get it fitting right. So take this interior tub out, it's a bit of a nightmare, so that's a bit of a better look. Also, so these 3D printed seats have little pins on the bottom of them. So I've been out and bought some styrene rod. I don't know if that's going to focus, that will that'll seat into. It's not my normal brand, it's not Evergreen, it's Plastruct, I think. So, but that just nicely fits inside there, like so. And what I've done is I've cut some little sleeves of it and glued them to the floor. I've also glued a bit of plastic in down the centre that is where the centre console is going to locate. So the seats, they they will literally, when it's all been painted and flocked, etc., will seat in there. They will glue straight eventually, but yeah, they're going to look awesome in there. Now the next job, well, actually I was wondering what to do with the steering column, and I found this piece. It is from, I'm just getting the drawer here. It is from a vintage Revell parts pack, interior parts, like so. I've got a few of these that I kind of rob parts off. Some really cool parts. I use them in my 57 Ford. Really lovely steering wheel and aircraft style steering wheel and side panels, etc. Door handles and stuff like that. It's a really cool part, and I wish Atlantis would get a program going of reissuing these really cool Revell parts packs in 25th scale, because they're really hard to get hold of. So yeah, the next job that I'm going to do is I'm going to panel off this the front of this dashboard here. So I've been thinking about the design of the interior, and I think the bulk of the interior is going to be body colour, all moulded and swoopy and stuff like that, with some tuck and roll inserts. I think the body is going to be, I know I'm rambling now, sorry. I'm just going to get my paint stash. The body is going to be this purple grape pearl from SMS over black, glorious colour, and then the interior is going to be that colour with white accents. So yeah, I'm going to have to do something on the top here to put an insert in there, and then we will mould all of this in, and there'll be some inserts behind the seats. I think I might have the centre console running up into the seats. This is kind of turning into a bit of a modern version of a 60s design, if you will. But as I say, these things are fluid, things change as you go. And yeah, it's getting there. My next job actually is I'll panel this off with, panel the bit of the dashboard off here with some plastic card, and then I'm going to start building this centre console, purely because this piece is designed obviously for a left-hand drive car, so I'm going to have to modify it. I did use this piece in my 57 Ford, but then what we'll do is we will modify it. This bit needs cutting off, and I think this arm here needs shortening to get it into the position of right in the centre where the driver is going to be. But I love finding little parts like this, and from vintage pieces, and then sort of developing the idea from there, if you will. So I'll just go and I'm going to cut some plastic for that, get that glued in. I'm going to have to put a piece across here to stop light coming in, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. I'll come back to you in the next clip. Alright guys, so this is where we're at. Lighting's not very good in here, I'm afraid. See if I can get a bit more light in there. So I've got the interior sort of roughed out now. I will drop this out of the body now, and chassis just sat there. pull this out if it will stay together. Right, so here we go. The it's all just sort of blue tacked in now. Seats are located. I've made a centre console and steering column. So I'll just take these out and show you what we've done. So the centre console is just literally bits of plastic. The steering column is just tacked in for now. So I cut the bottom off the one side off the piece, and then I've shortened it slightly by about 3mm. And luckily the column, the shaft on this column just needed cutting down, and it fits directly into there. So yeah, it is now right hand drive, so that'll just glue in. Not really decided on the scope of the interior for now, but it's roughed in, and then I've panelled this in, the front of the dashboard. This will all get smoothed and filled. I'm going to put some strips across the top here, but I still need to decide on the design of it. However, I've had a conversation with my friend Lee Good in Australia this morning, who we do the faff build off. So he said this morning that the Jim Winfield tribute build off is going to set a deadline of 2 months. So I am going to have to get cracking on this. So the next video is going to be me making a start on this, chopping the top and doing what I need to do on it, because I've now got 2 months to do it. So yeah, but thank you for watching this one. As I say, in the next video I'll be showing you how I chop the roof of the 49 Mercury. Alright guys, thank you.